Hey friends, it's Tariki Nicole, and thanks so much for tuning in to today's video. While you're here, be sure to like the video, comment any questions that you may have, share it with your friends, and lastly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. So I won't keep you anymore. Let's get into the video. So, one question that I get a lot is, how do you transition a child to a plant-based lifestyle? And my answer to that question is don't. I know. Very unpopular opinion, right? But let me tell you why I say that. So, a lot of people know that I am vegan. My son is not. And if you listen to my last video on me transitioning to a vegan lifestyle, you'll know why I made the transition. And you'll also know that my child was already born when I decided to transition to a plant-based lifestyle. So at that point, he had already decided which foods he liked to eat and which ones he didn't. Because of that, I didn't want to force my decisions on him. Now, I do educate him on the foods that he eats. I do let him know about better options and better things for him to eat. However, I let him make an informed decision on the foods that he chooses to eat often. He does have a dairy allergy, so he's not able to eat a lot of dairy. Well, he's not able to eat dairy at all. So we do have to read the labels and we have to pay attention to the foods that he does consume. However, he does choose most times to consume animal-based products. Now, he does know that I will not cook meat or any animal products in my home. However, if we're out somewhere and he asks for a hamburger or some chicken, I will allow him to eat it because he already knows the effects of eating animal products. And though we've had those conversations before, he said he's not ready to be vegan. And we have those conversations. We've actually published a couple of those conversations in our book that we wrote together, Mommy, Don't Make Me Vegan. And in that book, we do talk about the foods that he decides to eat, the foods that I used to like to eat or I used to enjoy. We talked about those and I educated him on the choices, and I tried to ensure that I do not make him feel bad about the choices that he decides or the things that he chooses to eat. So that is why I say don't transition kids. Educate them on better options, but don't force that on them. I strongly believe children are little adults, so they have the choice in what they choose to eat. What you choose to buy is something completely different. And I've had that conversation with him. Like I said, I won't cook meat in my house. I won't cook animal products in my house. However, I don't take that from him because I know that when he's not around me, he's only going to binge on the things that he's may feel like he's been deprived of. So to keep open communication, to make sure that he's as honest with me as he's going to be, I make sure that I allow him that choice and that freedom. So there are times where I will say, absolutely not. You're not eating that. For example, the other day we went to a local salad restaurant here, or it's kind of salad sandwich shop. And I told him that he was eating a salad that day because, to be honest, I was detoxing, and I said, hey, let's do this thing together, but his in moderation, because not forcing my child to do a detox. So I told him he could get a salad, but he could get whatever he wanted on the salad. So his eyes lit up. He was so excited. So he was like, I want chicken and ham and bacon. And I cringed listening to him ask for all this meat. I did draw the line on bacon. You already have ham here. You're not doing ham and bacon. So because they've already put the ham on this salad, that's it. Like you're not eating bacon too. So that's kind of where I draw the line. And he understands why, bacon isn't good for him or meat isn't good for him. He just honestly said, Mommy, I'm not ready to be vegan. That's not what I want to do because I still like meat. Now, we've had several conversations about what I've learned over the years, and we've watched some documentaries together. So he absolutely knows, but then he still makes that choice. And when he deals with the consequences of those choices, I explain, this is what happens when you do this, or this is what happens when you do that. And he says, okay, I understand. I won't eat it as much, or I won't do as much. But I still want to eat it. Like I want to still have the option to eat it. Because there are several times where we'll go to restaurants and he opts for a veggie burger over a hamburger. So that is a feat for me. Like I win. There's also a time where he asked me to bring him lunch to school. And he said, Mommy, I remember we had the conversation about this particular restaurant and this particular food item. I'm intentionally not saying the specific restaurant, but he said, I won't eat that because I remember what you told me about that. So he chose to order something different because of the conversation that we had. So he's listening. So ultimately, I do say, don't force your kids into a plant-based lifestyle or a vegan lifestyle. Allow them to transition when they're ready. Allow them to make the small changes along the way. And you just celebrate the wins as you see them. So I don't believe in forcing a child to transition. I just believe in educating them. So if you want to know about some of the conversations that we have, feel free to click the link in the description and check out our children's book, Mommy, Don't Make Me Vegan. It's available on Amazon. Thank you so much for your time today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Thank you.